Man, that 12 Dates of Christmas video really got me tired. I think I'm just gonna take a break. Yeah, I really think I am. Huh? Wait, what? What? Why are you here? Wait, you're asking me to review Despicable Me 2? I don't know. I just sung 12 Days of Christmas, so... Well, I hadn't had a review in a long time, so... Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's just review Despicable Me 2, and then we'll enjoy Christmas. Alright, let me just go put this in. Alright, let's just hope this Christmas Eve special is way better than the actual Christmas special. Yeah, last time I reviewed Encanto, now we're reviewing Despicable Me 2. Okay. Some people say the sequels are worse. Well, I think Toy Story 2 was a sequel, and some people started to like it. So, yeah. At the beginning, we see a snowy military base, which we see a giant magnet attract the whole thing. And it's so entertaining just watching this. So already, the beginning is a bop. Yep. So then, we see a birthday happening, and then we see the Noble Knights, which of course go haywire. And then, funny thing, Gru dresses up like the fairy from The Wizard of Oz. Yep. Here we are with cross-dressing. Yeah. They do that a lot. I mean a lot. I can't even count how many times that they cross-dressed. Can you admit that he cross-dressed? Anyway, so, yeah. Then, after that, we saw the Minions making jam, which looks like a simple solution. Yeah, but then one minion gets trapped inside of a jar. I'll just call that minion Jarhead. you like that joke, Jarhead? Okay, then Groot tests out the jam, and it tastes horrible. And that's when he realized that Dino Nefario is leaving. I don't know why, but, it's just logic, I guess. Then next up, we have the Minions partying in the, yeah, I get these scenes confused, so I'm just gonna go random scenes, okay? So, the Minions have ice cream, they party in there, which is really funny when you hear the song. Yep, but Gru just wanted some Minions, so then he's working in the garage, and that's where we get introduced to Lucy. Yep, she kidnaps Gru, and we have an epic chase scene. I mean, this Minion looks like he's water skiing or something. So, yeah. Then we see him fly, he hits some goose, which is from the new Illumination movie, Migration. Yeah, I haven't seen Migration, but I heard it's funny. So then, we drive off into the water, and that's where we get introduced to the military base, and Mr. Hagbottom.
Bottom.
Yep, that is hilarious if I do say so myself. But seriously, when anyone says civic duty, civic. Yep, civic. Civic. But anyways, there's been a mention about this new guy called El Macho, which he did volcano stuff, I think, and yeah. So then they go to a mall where I think Margot meets this man. I don't know. But anyways, we get into the cupcake store, which made me cringe the first time, and then we see Lucy see one of the Minions, and yeah, Gru has Minions, which we all know. Yep. It's very interesting, this scene now. Back then, it was cringe, but now, it's peak. Alright, yep. So then, moving on, we see them at the sombrero dancing thing, and we see them go away, and then we see a dancing scene where the man injures Gru while dancing. Yeah, and then we saw Gru freeze him, and then I think at the nighttime, they were like this girl who they stuffed in there, and then they went to the shop where they get attacked by a chicken. Yeah, I'm simply trying to rush because yeah, even if this episode is not good, at least I'm trying, guys. I'm seriously trying. So then, I haven't mentioned this, but the minions get kidnapped one by one until the big ice cream truck sucks them all up. Yeah. And then we see they're at paradise! Hooray! That's where you hear the song In the Summertime! We're not going to play that because of the copyright issue. But anyways, yeah. We then see Gru try to enter El Macho's lair, but he just gets his butt beat so bad. Yep, those failed attempts were sure funny. So then, we cut back to one of the minions, and then they get sucked down and get introduced to the purple thingy-mabob. I don't know what that thing is. But anyways, they could turn any yellow minion into a purple minion, which is absolutely scary. Or nice stuff in the mean stuff. But anyways, we then see Gru witness this when El Macho shows him. I think it's before he finally ends the suffering. But anyways, we see the minion infiltrate the house, chase everyone around. We hear a ear-raping scream. I'm not going to play that again because we already did Dave do that so many times. Just roll the clips of every time I got ear raped. It's satirical. This man cannot show ear rapes because that would be inappropriate for me and my ears. So thank you for your attention. We are not going to show these ear rapes. Yeah, I'm not going through that again. So then we see that Dr. Nefario was never going to leave because he invented the antidote. Huh. Yeah. So then he applies it into the jelly, while Gru and two minions wearing purple thing try to enter and try and stop this whole madness, but then they get caught. And then we see Dr. Nefario is back once again in the ship from the first movie. And then we see an epic jam battle, and when we get to El Macho, he found that Lucy is tied up on the rocket, which I have no idea how she got there. So then, he's going to push the button and send her into the volcano. But then the minions steal the button, but it's on the floor. So then El Macho transforms into a purple form as well. So then, Gru uses his freeze gun, and then the lipitizer works on El Macho. And then, guess what? Instead of the jelly, we get an all-usual fart gun to the face. Yep, you gotta love the classic fart gun. So then the chicken pushes the button and Gru and Lucy send out to the volcano, and then they escape just barely. And then everything is sunshine and rainbows, and the movie's over. Yep, that was totally rushed, wasn't it? Well, this movie didn't quite catch on as the first film, but it's still a really good movie. I recommend watching this one after you watch the first one. Because, yeah, it's really worth watching this movie. Yeah, the sequel's not bad, but it's not as good as the first one. Yep. Oh, you left? Alright. Well, anyways, vote in the poll to see which movie you want me to review next. But anyways, I need to enjoy my day before Christmas Eve.